Roscoe, action. Hey guys, it's Matt and Roscoe here. And Roscoe, you haven't been wanting to see me all morning, so can you please not start now just because the camera's rolling, you attention seeker. Hey guys, it's Matt here, and as you can tell, I'm completely on my own. Ryan is not here. He's not in the building. I decided just to do a video on my own today because I wanted to share with you one of the best days of my life. Can we just put it out there, like just 2 seconds? What I'm just about to tell you is like one of the best memories like I've ever made on my own. Oh, and it was just so good. And I wish I knew Ryan back when this happened, because it would have been like just times 10 better if I could have experienced what I'm gonna tell you with him. So, as some of you may or you may not know, I am literally obsessed with America. It's like my favorite place in the world. And I've used America twice now to just like escape life. Like I went through like a breakup like a couple of years ago, and I was like, I just need to just do this. I need to just go somewhere. So I spent 2 weeks in America and went to LA, San Francisco and Las Vegas, and it was just like the best time. And then a year later I was like, I need to escape my life again. So I booked, and I literally just took a month out of everything and just went. And some people that know me would be like, how did you survive? How are you not dead? How did you get from this place to that place? How have you done this? And I'm not even joking. I can now honestly say, after traveling basically a good half of America on my own, that I can look after myself, which I just want to put that out there because I'm really proud that I did it. As a lot of you also know, I am obsessed. I'm not even obsessed, like Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, Kris Jenner. They are my baes. I just literally love them so much, and I know a lot of people have an opinion on them, and some people are like, they're only famous because Kim did a sex tape. That's literally, they do so much, and if I ever were to meet any of them again, I would personally thank them for everything they've done, because I know a lot of people will just snob this off or like laugh about it, but being able to watch them and them sharing my life has really impacted me and giving me the strength to escape my life and just become like a better person. Like I feel like learning some stuff that they put on their show or on their social media, it just, I don't know, it just does something to me, and I think that's what their whole industry is about. It's like impacting lives, and they've impacted mine, and like what I'm about to tell you, they've impacted like thousands of other people's, clearly. So when I went to America in 2015, which was like my month trip, I had already like visited the Dash store in LA and stuff and met a few of the Dash girls, and there's this one, and before I went to America this time, I saw they didn't publicise it on Kim or any of like the big Instagrams. Dash, which is their like their clothes, like their clothesline, not their clothesline, but their clothes store. Like their store is Dash. They posted just one picture saying Kim Kardashian's doing a book signing for her book, like her selfie book. It's actually a really good book before you start slating. But she's doing a book signing, and they only posted it like once, and this was like a few weeks before I was leaving. And I was like, oh my god, like she's doing a book signing. I'm probably not going to meet her because it will be thousands of people there. But this is happening while I'm in America. And I kept it quite hush-hush because I didn't want people to think, just in case I didn't meet her, I didn't want to look like a massive pleb. And anyway, so when I got to LA, we'll come back to that bit in a minute, I obviously visited the Dash store, and there's one Dash doll, because that's what they call them, called Durrani. And she's worked for the Dash store for like years and years. I don't think she does anymore, but since they started like their first ever like little shop, she's been there and she's featured in a lot of the programs. And I went into Dash, and no one was in there. It must have been like 10 AM when it opened or something. And I walked in and I saw her there, and there's no one else in the store. And I walked up and I was like, oh my god, like hi. And she was quite cold at first. Like she came across quite cold, and I just obviously wanted to take pictures, and I was like, am I okay to like take pictures? And she was like, you can take photos of this, that, but you can't take pictures. I'm pretty sure she said you can't take pictures of the clothes and stuff. So I was like, I don't care about the clothes, I'm here for the Kardashians. And anyway, I just couldn't help myself, so I just started like asking questions and stuff. And she was like I'm gonna say, she was quite icy, like she wasn't very outgoing. Maybe she was just having a bad day at the time. But then I told her that I was literally in America on my own from the UK, just like traveling completely on my own, did not know anybody. And then she just like opened up, and she was so nice. And we took, as I'm going to show you right now, this is just one of like 50 photos because we took so many. And I never used to have confidence with smiling with my teeth. because I do now, like I like doing this in photos. And I used to smile like this. In every photo it's just like, and it's just such a like bland smile. And I said to her, I don't like smiling with my teeth, can we like retake a couple more? And she was like, you've got a really nice smile with your teeth. And that just like empowered me just to start this. So I don't know, so she's actually really, really nice. And I saw her a couple more times in LA. Anyway, so that happened, so that was really, really cool. A couple of days passed and I'd spent some time in LA on my own. And the year before at a Britney Spears concert, I met this guy called Justin. And he'll always be a friend for life. Like, Justin's really, really, although we don't talk as much now, I know that we'd always be there for each other. And I know like he lives in America and I live here. It's just nice to have someone that you know like is always at the end of the phone. So I've got a lot of love for Justin, and he came and stayed with me in LA for a couple of days. And anyway, this was the morning of the book. I'll come back to Justin in a minute. The morning came, I'd gone out like every night, I'm not even kidding, in LA, like on my own. I just would be a social butterfly. I'd like flutter around the club, so I just have so much fun. I met so many people. And the morning came where I had to meet Kim Kardashian. So this was like night 5 or something in LA, or night 4. And I didn't go out the night before. It was like the only night of the whole month I didn't go out because I knew I needed to have some sleep. And I set my alarm for like 5 AM or something, got ready, and then I got an Uber at like 5:45 AM to the Dash store. Bearing in mind the book signing wasn't until 12. And I got there and there was literally no one there. I was like, I cannot stand on a street corner in LA, even though their Dash store is in a really nice part of LA, you're still on a street corner. And then you kind of like went down like the side, because Dash is here, you've got some like shops here, and then the car park and stuff's here. And like the Uber like turned down here, and luckily, like thank you Jesus Christ, there was 5 or 6 people queuing. So I was like, great, friends. So I jumped out and obviously went and stood with them. And so they were just so nice. Like I felt like I just found my gang, because the girls are so nice. Here's a photo of me with them. I still have them on Instagram and stuff, and still see all their posts, but I didn't see them, although I did see a couple of them. It was really weird because LA's obviously huge, but I went shopping like obviously there, and a couple of days later I saw one of them. She was just like driving past and she was like, Matt. It was really, really weird. We queued up for like, absolutely ages, and it got to from 6 AM to 9 AM, and then a police car pulled up because more and more people were coming. And this little policewoman, because they're quite like, all of the police people out there, they're quite like savage. And she was like, guys, if you don't move away from those shops, we're gonna shut this down. We don't care who you're meeting, we're gonna shut this down. That's my American accent. And we were all like, in my head I was like, yeah, like smiling, so I wanted to obviously come across really sweet and like, because I didn't want to like piss her off. I was like, you f***ing kidding me? I've got up so early, wasted like a whole morning, you're not shutting it down. Anyway, and then they ended up not shutting it down, but the police were like constantly coming saying we couldn't be there, but obviously we didn't move. And I don't know what happened, but they didn't force us. It's like they had to tell us, but they knew that we weren't going to move and they didn't want us to move because we were meeting Kim. It got to like 12, and basically what happened was we got moved to the front of outside of Dash, and a fake Kim Kardashian drove past and she was waving out a window, so it looks just like Kim. Everyone, because by this point there were like hundreds of people there, everyone just screamed, like everyone was like going crazy, and she literally just drove straight past. And while this was happening, Kim was actually driven at the back of the store and came in the back way, which was obviously really clever because everyone would just go, everyone just goes crazy. There were so many people there, there were paparazzi everywhere. Don't start with that toy, Roscoe. And there were just people absolutely everywhere. Anyway, so we got closer and closer to the Dash window, and then we all saw Kim, so everyone's like screaming. She's like having pictures with like her book and stuff, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians were filming. So when we were in the queue, they were like, we're gonna be filming for the show. You have to sign this to say that you're okay to be filmed. So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, in a few months, I'm gonna be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm not even kidding. And to my absolute disheartedness, they cut the whole thing off. They played everything else because some people came to visit Kim and they were wearing their exact outfit in the show, but they actually cut the book signing out the show. And I was so upset. But anyway, that's a whole different story. When you after I signed the declaration and stuff, we basically started queuing. You go in, oh my God, Roscoe. And he nearly mocked to the camera. And I'd met loads of the Dash girls because I kept going into Dash because I was around that kind of area a lot, and all the Dash girls were so nice. They're like, oh my God, I'm so happy that we're meeting Kim, because they're all really, really sweet. And I was like, I know, I can't believe it. And as you walk in, you get given the book. You buy the book before, or do you get given the book? When you go up to see Kim, they take that book away and she's already signed the book, I think. Or she signs the book and you give her your one and she gives that to the person behind. So she's already half signing it by the time you're over there, because obviously if she's signing it, people ask for like names and stuff. And they briefed us before you meet Kim, you can't ask her, I'm pretty sure they were like, you can't really ask her any questions. They're like, you've got 10 seconds, you're in and out, you've got 10 seconds, that's it. And you weren't allowed to ask for the book to be signed under your name, anything like that, because obviously it would just take so long, and I do understand why. So we were in there, and I'm not even joking, I was like this, I couldn't control my hand. So here are some of the shots that I took as I was in the queue in the store waiting to meet Kim. And I think they're quite good shots, but I couldn't control, like my hand was shaking so bad, because obviously this is someone that I really like look up to and I've wanted to meet for like years and years, and I could not stop shaking. And as I got to the front of the queue, like my whole body was shaking. I must have been sweating, and bearing in mind it's really hot in LA, so I was probably a sweaty mess anyway. And then I walked over to her and they're like, okay, it's your go, like you need to go. So I gave the girl that takes the photos for you my phone and was like, please can you take this photo, because you weren't allowed to take an actual selfie with her, because again that would take quite a long time. And I walked up to Kim, I must have been like 6 in line. So I walked up and I was like, hi Kim, my name's Matthew. I've come all the way from, I'm not even kidding, I actually said this. I've come all the way from the UK for this, just for this signing, just to meet you. And she was like, oh my God, like I love the UK. And she had a cold, I think she was a bit sick. And in my head I was like, cough on me. And she just basically said to me, I love the UK so much, I'd rather be there right now than here. And obviously she didn't mean it as in she didn't want to be at the book signing, but she just would love to be in the UK. By this point, I had already turned around, so I was pretty much ignoring her, just smiling like this. Again, I wasn't smiling with teeth, I just did, again, here's the photo, just very literally smiling. And then I was like, thank you so much, like take care of yourself. Or I said, take care. And she literally looked up to me and she was like, thank you, you too. And it was so like sincere. Roscoe, stop squeaking. She was just really, really sweet. And then you walk off, you get all your bits because they take all your bags and stuff away from you. I just remember like leaving and it was just absolutely crazy. Like there were just people everywhere. You're not allowed to like cross the road. It's just insane. Like you have to go a certain way. And I was just like shaking, couldn't believe it. I'm not even kidding. Like this is the book. This is literally like the book. I'm just going to take a quick thumbnail. And she very literally signs it. Look how amazing. So she's touched this. Can we just appreciate that's her signature? She's touched this, and just to let you all know, I sleep with this on, this is like my biggest, like my best thing, it's so dusty. This is like one of my favourite things. I don't let anyone touch this. They have to wash their hands before they touch it. I very literally have it on my bedside table, so it's like my Bible, I'm not even kidding. I don't ever like open it, because I just don't like touching it really. But I have it on my bedside table, and then I have some sand that I took from Malibu Beach or Santa Monica Beach in like one of these cool LA juice pots. But anyway, so that's the book, it's literally amazing. And she signed loads more, so if you missed her at the signing, you could have brought one like a couple of days after. And basically, the girl in front of me called Alexis, who I have on Facebook and stuff now, and I do every now and then talk to her on Snapchat, she's really, really cool. She was in front of me and she gave Kim a CV, and in my mind I was like, she's just not ever going to read the CV. Like she really wanted to work at the Dash store. And Alexis came out and she was like literally crying so much, and by this point we like all dispersed, like the people that I've met, so we didn't really like do anything after or anything like that. And she was literally crying so much, and I was so happy for her because she literally loves Kim. And honestly, a year later she's now working at Dash. So she told me that it wasn't through the CV that she gave Kim, obviously she studies fashion in LA. She knows someone and somehow just got in there, and she now works at Dash, which is just amazing. Like, imagine giving Kim your CV and then a year later you're working at the store, because working there is pretty hard to get a job, I'm sure. Anyway, and then the paparazzi were there, and I just want to point out, one of my life goals was to be on X17 Online, which is my favourite paparazzi website. Like, I'm just like, I'd love to be on there. And technically I'm on there because this screenshot, I'm on their YouTube channel because I'm in the video. And then after that, my friend Justin had literally just flown into LA, and he was like way in the queue, like, and he got cut off, so he didn't actually get to meet Kim, which was really, really sad. And but he still got signed books, as I said, they were giving them out. And anyway, I went out and was just kind of like walking up and down. I hadn't really eaten all day because you couldn't leave the queue, so I went to go get a cookie and stuff from a shop up the road. And I was just walking on the road opposite now, like looking at Dash, waiting for Justin because I thought he was going to meet her. And Kylie Jenner had already said that she was gonna visit Kim in the book signing. She was obviously gonna do a bit of side Snapchat promotion, because at the time Snapchat was huge. And I just suddenly hear all this screaming and I'm like, what is going on? I look over, Kris Jenner is coming out, and I was like, oh my god, if I just could have like met Kris Jenner there and then. But Kris Jenner came out and she like ran like to the front of the car and stuff. And Kylie came out, and I was like, oh my god, Kylie and Kris Jenner are there. I've seen Kylie, Kim and Kris. And you can't cross the road and stuff, so I couldn't run up to them because you do like get a fine, and there were police everywhere. So they had just come in to like meet Kim and just say hi to people, and then they pretty much left. It was quite quick. What they were wearing on that day, they went to look at bathrooms because they're on the episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that they cut the shot of the book signing, which is really sad. But so that was cool that I met them. And then, anyway, so the day passed and I'd met Kim, like I'd put it all over my social media, like I had a photo with Kim, it was the best thing. And then later, like a couple of days later, because I kept wanting to just drive past the Dash Doll, because you never know, sometimes they just turn up. And that summer they were filming Dash Dolls, which was a series just about the people that work at Dash, which was really cool. So there was always something going on at Dash. And me and Justin had spent a few days together in LA, and we hiked the Hollywood sign, so I was literally like a greasy mess. And I had a car in LA, so I just quickly drove past Dash because it was on our way to wherever we were going. And I pulled up and was like, let's just go in and see if there's anyone in there. And Malika, which is Khloe Kardashian's best friend, was in there. And she's tweeted me before, may I add. But I was like shaking. I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm gonna just like go up to her. And she was so nice. I was like, Malika, hi. And she was like, hey, how are you? Like, she was so nice. There were film crew everywhere. And she literally took like a good minute. I took one photo with her, which was just disgusting. And I think she could tell that I wasn't really feeling it. And I went up to her again and I was like, do you mind if we just take a few more? And we had all of these photos taken. Like, she was just so nice. She was just taking photo after photo, posing, having a good, like, she was just like laughing with everyone. And I was like, because I was on Snapchat a lot of the time, I was like, Malika, can you just say hi to everyone on my Snapchat? This is what she said.
Hey, it's Malika. What's up, Matt Snapchat?
How amazing is that? Like, I know everyone's like, that's not really very cool, but I just cannot believe it. It was just like the best thing ever. Do you want this ball? And that was just like topped up the Kardashian experience. And then just as this story is now coming to a small close, I actually was on my own like after Justin left, and I drove to the Hidden Hills where they live, which is like 40 minutes out of LA, because they don't actually live in LA, they live in like a gated community. And here's just a photo of the gates, because obviously I couldn't get in. So I like drove up to the gate and then just turned around because I was a bit scared. But yeah, I just was basically a Kardashian stalker. So I feel like I've just had word vomit. I haven't really come up for breath. Like, that was basically my Kardashian experience, and it was just, ooh! Ah! Roscoe! That was so annoying. The Kardashian experience that I've had. So I've met Kim, and the previous year before I had met, let me just sort this. And so I met Kim, the previous, Roscoe, he never plays with this ball ever, it's so annoying. And the previous year before, when I was in LA, I was with my friend Michael for like literally just one day. And he got us tickets to the VMAs, and I saw Kendall, Kylie, and I think Kim was there. Yeah, Kim was there that time then, so I've seen her twice. And the only people I haven't met are Kourtney and Khloe, or seen. And I feel like they're like rare Pokemon cards. They're like ones that you don't see. Like Kourtney, I just don't think, she's very like mumsy obviously, but she has a cool life now that she's not with Scott. And now getting into like a Kardashian thing. But like, she's just so rare to see. Like her and Khloe are just so rare to like see. Oh, and earlier last year, I saw Kris Jenner and Kendall, because they were in Rome and me and Ryan were in Rome, and we just happened to be at like their fashion, they were opening a new Fendi store, and we just happened to be there at the right time, and then they got out the car. And if you watch our previous vlogs, if you've been watching us for quite a while, I'm like, hey Kris, hey Kendall, and Kris Jenner looks at me and she's like, hey, and then I'm like, oh my god, she said hey back, and everyone's just thinking, oh my god, this is such a goon. Hey Kris, yeah, oh, she said hey back. Hey Kendall, love you Kris. That's basically my experience of Kim Kardashian. They were all just so nice. I know everyone's like, well, they're gonna be nice to you because you're at their book signing, but it was just really nice. And can we just appreciate this? I've still got the receipt for my book and stuff because I like hoard all of my stuff from America. But this book I think was like $19, and it is like all these amazing pictures of Kim. It's like a selfie story. But it was $19, and she did, say if she did like 400 of them or however many she did, I can't remember how many books she signed, but let's just quickly work out the math. 19 times 200, $3,800, which obviously probably isn't that much money to them, but imagine just like signing a couple of books, meeting a few people and getting paid that much in the space of, I think she was there for like an hour and a half. And then, anyway, I didn't tell you what happened at the end. When you, sorry, this is such a mishmash video, like Ryan's gonna be like, you should have planned this. But basically, after Kim was leaving, everyone, I'm not even kidding, everyone, paparazzi, everyone, went to the back of Dash, and one of the workers came out, and everyone thought it was Kim, so everyone screamed, and she was like, whoa. And everyone was just waiting, there were fans everywhere. I didn't even see her come out, I don't think, because it was just too crazy. And me and Justin was really sad at this point, because obviously he hadn't met her. But she came out, everyone screamed, and she's just like, she comes out, security, straight in the car, because she can't meet people because there's too many of them, and then people were just chasing after the car. And that was just like the best experience ever. And my whole time I was in LA, I was just constantly checking like paparazzi Instagrams and stuff, trying to find out where they were. And there were times when I was in Beverly Hills and stuff, and Kendall Jenner was like the street opposite, and I'd find out that evening because I'd look it up and I'd be like, oh my god, I could have met her. So yeah, that's my Kardashian experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. I've got so many, tons of stories about what I did in America and LA and stuff. I don't know why I did that, I just stopped recording. But if you do want to hear more of my stories, leave a comment below. I hope this wasn't really boring, and if you don't like the Kardashians, whatever, it's fine. We're allowed to not like things, but they have personally helped me and helped me grow into the person I am today, and I'll be forever thankful to the Kardashian and Jenner family. So don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, hit that notification bell button. Me and Ryan will be back on Wednesday with an amazing video. I love you guys so much, and thank you for all your support. We love you guys, and I'll see you soon.